All right, we're ready.
Alright, now let me ask you, what is the difference between a hamster and a cigarette? It's not that they both come in brown and white. They're both harmless until you stick one in your mouth and you light it on fire.
So, how do you break a white girl's nose? You put Starbucks under a glass table. How do you kill vegetarian vampires?
How?
You stake them in the heart.
Okay, so there's a female teacher and a little kid, and she goes, "What does a chicken give you?" And he answers, "Meat." And she goes, "Really good," or "That's very good." And then she asks, "What does a pig give you?" And he goes, "Bacon." And then she goes, "Yeah, that's right." And then she goes, "What does a cow give you?" He answers back with homework.
One time a teacher told his student to say a sentence using the word geometry. The student said, "An acorn grew and grew until one day it finally said, gee, I'm a tree."
Okay, Donald Trump told this joke at one of his speeches. He said, "What is 10 immigrants on the moon? A problem. What is 100 immigrants on the moon? A problem. What is 1,000 immigrants on the moon? Still a problem. What is all of the immigrants on the moon? Problem solved."
The blonde goes, "Honey, we're pregnant, we're having twins." And the guy goes, "How do you know so soon?" And she said, "Because I bought the twin pregnancy pack."
There are two girls going to Disneyland. They saw a sign that said Disneyland left, so they turned away and went home.
Two blondes.
There's this old man and his wife. They both go to the doctor because they're having trouble remembering things. And once they get to the doctor, he tells them, "Well, it's just age. There's nothing I can do about it. Start writing stuff down to remember." The old man and his woman are at home one day. They're watching TV. The old man gets up, and his wife asks him where he's going. He says to the kitchen, and his wife asks him if she can have a bowl of ice cream. And then she says, "Are you going to write it down to make sure you can remember it?" The old man says, "No, I've got it." And the woman says, "I also want strawberries. Are you sure you can remember all that?" And the old man says, "No, I've got it." And then the woman asks for whipped cream and asks if he can remember it. And the old man says, "No, I've got it." So about 15 minutes later, the man comes back with a plate of toast and bacon, and the old woman asks, "Where's my eggs?"
So there's a preacher who falls in the ocean and he can't swim. When a boat comes by, the captain yells, "Do you need help?" And he says, "No, God will save me." A little later, another boat comes by and the captain also says, "Do you need help?" And he says again, "No, God will save me." Eventually he drowns and goes to heaven, and when he gets up there, he's like, "Why didn't you save me?" And God's like, "Fool!" Wait.
Oh
Come on, he had it.
I restart that one.
no! Yeah.
Alright, so
There's a preacher who falls in the ocean, and he can't swim. And when a boat comes by, the captain yells, "Do you need help?" And he says, "No, God will save me."
do you need help? And he says again, "No, God will save me." And I keep forgetting.
He goes to heaven and he says, "Why did you save me?"
Yeah, it's messed me up.
Okay, come on. Sorry.
Just think.
A preacher falls in the water, and he can't swim. When a boat comes by, the captain yells, "Do you need help?" And he says, "No, God will save me." A little later, another boat.
He eventually drowns and goes to heaven, and he asks God, "Why didn't you save me?" He says, "Fool, I sent you 2 boats."
The last one, there are 3 girls are stuck on an island, and they're 50 miles away from shore. There's a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. And so the brunette, she swims about 20 miles, drowns and dies. The redhead swims about 22 miles, drowns and dies. Then the blonde swims 25 miles, gets tired, and swims back.
And a father said to his son, "You better pass that exam or else forget me as your father." The son said back, "Sure, whatever, Dad." 5 hours later, the father asked his son, "So, how was your exam?" The son's just like, "Who the hell are you?"
So people shouldn't be racist. They should be more like Mario because he was made by the Japanese. He's an Italian plumber. He looks like a Mexican. He jumps like a black man. He speaks English, and he steals money like a Jew.
Whoa!
So there was 3 guys who wanted to marry the same girl. So they had a contest to see who could bring in the most ping pong balls. One guy came in with a truckload of ping pong balls, and then another guy came in with 2 truckloads. And then on the 23rd hour, a guy came in, and he was all torn up and bloody. And then the girl asked him, "Why are you so bloody? And, you just need to bring in ping pong balls." And then the guy was like, "Ping pong balls? I thought we were supposed to bring in King Kong's balls."